What a way to make an entrance. I didn't realize I'd gone live. I'm just doing this. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Got a thumbs up already and 3 of you wonderful people already watching me. Bit laggy, isn't it? Hang on. So, hope you're doing well. Only got 2 people here. Oh, I only got 1 person now. What did I do? Was it my dancing to begin with? 4. Hey, that's better. That's better. How are we doing, guys? Hope we're good. Let's because we can't have everyone doing the comments on the actual stream itself. If you're here, let me know. I want you to comment on the post I put up for the class stream on Facebook, please. Let me know that you're here. Let me know how you guys are doing. We've got a good. I'm 3 minutes early today. I think I've got the hang of this whole live thing on YouTube, so that's always a bonus. Sophie's just got home, and I think she went down to a little farm shop to get a load of baked goods for us. So I think I'm in for a treat after the class is finished. May put a request in for a custard donut. Do with that. No TV today, Hannah. What's going on? John, I'm glad you're here too. Thank you for remembering the sloth, my man. It means a lot. Those little touches, you know. Awesome. Again, hope we're all doing well today. I don't know about you, but I feel like reality sort of sunk for me today a bit. I'm feeling a little bit more just like, I'm not going to be down on the situation, but it was like, okay, yeah, this is going to be our normal for a little while. And I hope you guys are all dealing with that okay. And it's been absolutely kick-ass to have you guys here so consistently and to be able to do this with you guys. And it's the feedback I've had has been really, really awesome. So thank you very, very much for continuing to come along. It's great to get all of us together, keep everyone moving, keep everyone occupied away from just sort of being caught up in this, what could be quite easily a little bubble. Just, oh my God, everything's negative and we're on lockdown and blah, 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 blah. So thank you. This has been awesome to make a very, very consistent feature for you guys. And like I say, the feedback's been really, really like thoroughly appreciated. So it means a lot. Thank you very much. But I hope you're doing well today. So I've got a plot twist. All we need today is we need our trusty broomstick, which is always I'll probably dick around with midway through the class and hit something or knock something over with. But we don't need our bag today. And what I would like you to do, and you don't need to get a chair. I've got a chair behind me. That is going to be used today, and we're going to use it. So we're going to have, hey, Jackie, I've just seen your koala. Thank you very much. Koala is super appreciated. All we need is a surface that's around knee height that you can then put your back foot on. I'll show you the position we're going to go into. So something that's stable, isn't going to break. You can put your back foot up onto it like so. Let me show you that from side on. So some will do if you're in your living room. A sturdy table will do. Anything you don't mind having your foot in this position on. I'll talk you through the reason behind that and what we're going to be using that for a little bit later on. But that, your trusty broomstick, and I want 1 shoe. I'm putting a really weird collection of things together today, guys. All become clear. I've opted for you don't have to go for a white Nike Stefan Janoski. I just thought, okay, that'll look cool. Bit of publicity for Nike, not that they need it. But 1 shoe, 1 knee-high surface that will be stable to prop your foot back on, and your broomstick. Okay, so throwing a few curveballs in there. I do apologize. I should have given you guys a heads up. I had a few different ideas floating around in my head, and I was like, you know what? Let's bring in a few different things. So again, just to just to reiterate to anyone who came in midway through that and were like, hang on a second, what the hell's going on here? That's pretty much how most of my lives start. It's probably just a mixture of confusion and why is this man talking at me about random things like every time you tune in. But anyway, broomstick, that's been a regular feature. a chair, your sofa, a table, something stable that's a knee height, and you can prop your back foot up on, and one shoe. Just the one shoe. Okay, so that's all you need. That's all you need for today. But Susanna, sorry. Great to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming back along. I didn't scare you off yesterday. Anyone feeling a bit tender after yesterday? My quads and hamstrings actually are feeling a little bit worse for today. But we'll battle through. We'll start off with a bit of a warm up again. But I know I've just asked you guys to comment, but please re-comment, reply to your own comments if you've commented already. Just with a thumbs up or a yep, I've got everything we need. So knee height, a stable surface to support your back foot on for an exercise on the second block of today's work, a broomstick, and a shoe. If anyone's got any kind of, I'd love to know what you guys are thinking I might be getting used to do with this sort of stuff as well. So as we're just letting everyone get settled, if you've got any guesses, I'd love to know your guesses as to what we're doing with this. But I'll start talking through our setup in a moment. As usual, we'll start off with a bit of mobility work. We're going to start on the floor today, guys. I'm going to give it up until, let's go another minute and a half tops. Just let everyone settle in, get a chair and a shoe and trusty broomstick. If anyone guesses, I'm going to raise the bar here. If anyone guesses exactly what we're doing with all three pieces of equipment, I will give them a free Ignite PT t-shirt. If you get it bang on the nose, is what we're doing with all three pieces of equipment. Like everything exactly correct with what we're doing. Free Ignite PT t-shirt for you. And I will happily do that if you get all of that right. Just have the number go up again. So I'm just going to reconfirm. You need a knee height surface. I'm opting for a chair. You can use your sofa, which is just out of shot. I was thinking I could just do it off the sofa, but that would have meant showing you a whole different area of the living room, which is a lot less tidy to show you. So, yes, Jackie, you're all sure. You're all sorted. Balancing one-footed with the broom for support and trainer on the broom. John, I'm afraid it's no. That's not what we're doing. However, having like this is a extra kind of whole extra element to your broomstick may be fun. What have you created? What have you started here, John? Why have I done this? That's not correct, I'm afraid. Anyway, procrastinating. Just had someone else join in. Viewer number 9, whoever you are, welcome, thank you. You need a surface. You need to rest your back foot on, okay? Which I'll come to the exercise in a second, but you want to be able to rest it on something nice and sturdy here, so we can do an exercise on the second block. Okay, a sofa, sturdy table, sturdy chair will be brilliant. You need your broomstick, and you need not a pair of shoes, but one shoe, just one shoe. All right. What a wonderful puzzle for us all to piece together. Shall we? I think we should make a start. I've repeated it a few times now, so I think we should be all right. But I hope we're all feeling okay. So we're starting off with some mobility work in a seated position today. So we're starting off on the floor. We are going to go standing, and we will bring our broomstick into the action. There's a chair there. What idiot left that there? So, when you have a seat, legs out in front of you, let's start with a bit of movement through the ankles. Hands behind you just to support your posture. And what we'll do is, we're going to start with a bit of ankle movement. Shoulders back and down, so you're nice and upright. And when you think about pulling your toes up towards your shins, then pushing them down. So flexing through the ankles like so. Basically, the ankle movements that we've been doing in a standing position over the last few sessions. So this shouldn't feel completely alien to you guys. We're just doing it in a different position. So I think pull the toes right up and push the heels down towards the wall away from you, and then push the toes to the wall and pull the heels in towards your legs. May feel a bit of engagement through this lower area of the leg here, through the calves. That's exactly what we're after. Just getting a bit of warmth there, getting them firing a bit. From here, turn the feet in towards each other, then away from each other. So inversion and eversion. Try and keep the feet nice and upright, so toes towards the ceiling, turn in and away. So we're just going to feel this a little bit down the side of the lower legs, I expect. I'll show you that from a different angle. So I'm turning in towards and then away. Okay, a few more times through with that. Expect you're all probably starting to feel a bit warm around the ankles now. And what I'd like to do from here is just some nice big circles through the ankles as well. So imagine you've got a pen on each of your big toes and you're trying to draw as big a circle in the sky as you can. Change direction with the circles as well. Splendid. From here, let's get a bit of movement through the hips. You pull your feet back so they're about a shoulder width. Both feet are in contact with the floor. And what we're going to do from this position is let the legs relax over to one side. So you've got two 90-degree angles on the floor. And then you're going to come up onto your foot, switch over sides, and don't crash into anything around you. I nearly hit my chair. That was pretty well judged. Your hands can just flow freely with this movement. We're not looking at keeping them pinned to the floor. Just looking at getting a bit of initial rotation through the hips. Like I say, this may be the first thing you've done outside of sitting down or just chilling out most of the day. So we want to make sure that we're getting everything moving and everything flowing the best that it can. Let's do another one of those per side. If you're traveling forward with this, that's completely normal. I refer to it as the creepiest mode of transport. Do with that what you will. From here, let's have a little lay down. What I want you to do is you start off with your left leg straight, right knee, bring it up towards your chest. Place the hands towards the center of your shin. Let the arms relax long. What I want us to do from here is first of all, push your left foot away from you. So push it down away from your hips, making your left leg nice and long. Then from here, just lightly pull your right knee up towards your chest. And what we're looking at doing here is just opening up a bit through the hips, but also through the lower back. So creating that opposite force. Breathe through, then ease off and switch. So straighten your right leg off now. Put your left knee towards your chest. Good. Swap my iPad over, but it don't matter. We don't need that yet. Okay. As you're pulling one knee towards you, the opposite leg's nice and straight, and you're pushing the heel away. Just get a nice big stretch. We do one more of those per side, then we're going to stay laid on our back and work into our hamstrings a bit. Awesome. From here, start on your right hand side again. Same starting position really, about more of a 90-degree angle on your right knee. Place the hands this time to the underside of your upper leg, so on your hamstring, the underside of your thigh. Arms are nice and relaxed and long again. I want you to pull your toes up towards your shin, then to work into the hamstring, so the back of the upper leg. I want you to straighten your leg off as far as you can. We're not going for a long hold, and then I want you to relax that back down nice and slowly. Repeat that through. Let's do 5 on this right hand side to begin with. Don't force it. Just work through a nice stretch. Look to keep your head relaxed back on the floor. Shouldn't have the head lifting. Want to keep that relaxed down. It's a nice steady flow with it. Hopefully you're finding you can go a little bit further each time. Like I say, emphasis on not forcing it. Should be your last one coming up now, and then we'll switch over sides. So, same hand position, toes drawn up towards your shin, leg nice and straight. Ooh, that one's a bit tighter. And ears back off. Draw up through. Literally, as soon as you found that stretch, just control the foot back to starting position, bend through the knee again. 5 on this side again. Should have 2 more or near that. Excellent. While we're here, we're just going to make the most of getting into a bit of core activation. We've got a fair bit of skill work on the first block today, and this will become apparent as to why we're doing this in a moment. There's going to be a bit of a crossover here. So what I want you to do is put your core and your midsection into an active position. So where you're laid now, you may find that most of you have a bit of a gap between your lower back and the floor. That's not a problem. What I want you to do to get your core into more of an active position is think about finding the lowest rib. And I want you to imagine you're just drawing the lowest rib down towards the crest of your hip. Once you've done that, if you place your hand towards your lower back area again, you should find that it's a little bit more locked off. May not be completely shut, but there shouldn't be as much of a space there. So just fill that out and get that position in place first. Feet stay in contact with the floor, knees stay bent. Then from this position, I want you to bring your arms up into line with your chest. From here, what we're now going to do is I want you to think about pushing your hands up towards the ceiling, but as you do so, drawing the ribs down even more and contracting through the core, then control back there. Look at keeping the ribs down, but entering that same starting position again. Pull your chin slightly towards your chest to support your neck. Push up. Really feel that engagement through the core. So you're lifting your upper back off the floor through your core and then controlling that down there. Once you've got the knack of that, let's get 5 or 6 of those. But look to keep your arms nice and vertical as you do so. You should really feel the core fire on here. Push up through. Arms stay vertical. Get another 2 of those. Excellent. Control that last one off. Up to standing from here, please. John, let your dog get involved. Let him help. I'd love to see that. Right. Stick now onto your back. We had to play around with this drill yesterday. You're going to have to deal with me without a head. As long as you can hear me, it doesn't matter. I'm not doing anything with my head, really. Feet all the way together. The stick, I want you to be down in between the shoulder blade area. So a little bit lower than you'd have a bar if you're familiar with a back squat position for a barbell. A little bit lower down. Elbows pulled down towards the floor. Feet all the way together. And then let's tuck your tailbone underneath. So again, we're looking at locking off the lower body. And now let's rotate through the back. So again, we're looking at keeping the lower body in position and just getting as much rotation through the back as we can. Keep the crest of your hip on each side pointing forward. Yeah, 1 more per side. Then from here, same principle with the lower body. Arms come out right towards the end of your stick. Quite a light grip. Fully extend the arms overhead. From here, I want you to push and reach over to one side. And we're going to look to create as much space between your hand and your hip on the stretching side as possible. Come back in, center yourself off, and then out. Sorry for flashing a bit of skin there, guys. Over and reach, back in, and switch. I think I might have got an audience from some of the neighbours I've not met yet. To give context, we moved house quite recently. And I feel like 2 of my neighbours that I've not yet spoken to are looking through the window and they're like, what is this guy doing? Pretty much like anyone's response to whenever they join one of these lives halfway through, they're like, what have they got into? What is going on here? Why is this guy like dry humping the floor? Anyway, from here, let's get a bit more movement through our shoulder blades. Did this one yesterday as well. Hands to a shoulder width on the stick, core and glutes just lightly braced. We're going to look to elevate the shoulders first, so we're lifting through the shoulders. So imagine you've got loads of helium balloons on your stick, lightly float up towards your ears with your shoulders, keeping the arms long and loose. And from here, push down against the balloons, the bottom of the shoulder blades down towards the hips. And again, let's get another 3 of these. Far as you can, arms stay long and loose, push down. Hope we're all doing good, guys. We're nearly at the end of the pulse raiser. The warm up, but I hope you're feeling a bit more limber than you did already. I think they've stopped watching me now, so that's always good. Not that I'm shy. See if I can get them involved from outside, you never know. Right, from here, arm up in line with your chest. And we're going to look at, to begin with, pushing your hands away from your chest as far as you can. So we're going to open and unglue the shoulder blades. We're letting them flow forward. Then from here, let them come back into your more natural position. Then I want you to draw your shoulder blades back and into the center as far as you can. Again, keeping the arms straight and relaxed. Push out all the way through. Open up. Back in, together, and through. Another 2 of those. Just as far as you can, keeping the arms nice and straight. They feel a lovely stretch in between the shoulder blades as you push away into protraction. Then draw back in and retract. Just get the upper back on a bit as well. Excellent. Okay, bit of wrist movement to finish. Stick down, just relaxed arms long position again. Let's get a bit of movement through the wrist. We did this one yesterday as well. So let the stick move through your hands. Pull through, so I'm pulling in, then just lightly bringing back out into a neutral position. Just get the forearms warm. How are we doing? Still got 9. 9 have remained. 9 have stayed. That's good. And then change direction. So pull away and up. I've nearly burst out into singing a few times with this song. I decided that it'd probably be best to avoid putting you guys through that. Awesome. This is all done. Sticks down. Hope you're all feeling a bit more warm and limber. What we're going to do is, with this first block, we're going to have a look at the wonderful Turkish get-up. Okay? Some of you may be like, oh yeah, Turkish get-up. Know them well. Do them all the time. It's how I always get up. The Turkish way, you know? Some of you might be like, Turkish get-up? How's this going on about? Gradually losing my mind with my broomstick, my one shoe, and my chair. Wow, let me prove you wrong, people. Turkish get-up is an awesome floor movement. So this is where the shoe's going to come into it. We're going to have a couple of rounds through. We're not doing it to a time cap, just doing half the movement. And that's all we're going to focus on today, is just half the movement. Tomorrow, Friday, we're going to look to level it up a little bit and go into the full movement. But we're going to do a couple of rounds of 2 times per side, just to get a bit of skill work in first. What have we got, Jackie? A turkey. Turkey for Turkish get-up. I like it. It works. It's all there. I'm glad, Jackie. I'm super glad you've managed to figure out how to comment on the live chat. I'm glad I'm not going crazy, because I was commenting on it yesterday and everyone was like, I can't see the live chat. What are you on about? I'm glad Jackie's figured it out. And I'm not losing my mind completely with my broomstick, one shoe and chair. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to give you a chance to just practice it through as a skill block purely by itself to begin with. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tie it in with a few other exercises. So we'll do one run through per side, and then we'll add in a couple of exercises through, just to get a bit more full body stimulus going on as well. It's going to work everything anyway. Even this sort of like half early stage sort of skill block with the Turkish get-up, you're still going to work everything really nicely, but we're going to have a look at bringing in a few different areas as well. Just had a couple more people jump in. Hello. Thank you for jumping in. You're a little bit late, but I'll forgive you. We've just done a pulse raiser and we're about to go into some skill work for some Turkish get-ups. Hope you're feeling good. Oh, we have 3 more people jump in. Guys, thank you. Get yourself warm while I'm talking through this if you can, if you just jumped in and you're sticking around. John, on the comments as well, my man. What's going on? This is blowing my mind. I need to stop getting distracted. See, this is what was going on. A lot. I was just getting distracted. Anyway, I've had 1 drop off already. Anyway, let me talk you through this half get-up, okay? So a nice simple principle is, oh, I've frozen, there we go. If you've got your knee bent, your arm should be bent in starting position, or then vice versa. If your arm is straight, your leg should be straight in starting position. So you're not getting anything muddled. That's a nice way of. John's got the sloth as well. John, all going on, man. Right, let's talk you through this. I'll show you it from a few different angles. So slide on first. What you're going to do is, we'll start on our right-hand side. So the right-hand side of our body, we're going to have the knee bent with the foot in contact with the floor, and the arm bent with the elbow in contact with the floor. So if you're familiar with, so imagine you're doing your press up, your elbow's tucked in, and you're ready to press out. So that's going to be our first move, but I'm not going to rush ahead. On the left-hand side of your body, you're then going to have your arm and your leg laid straight and out to a slight diagonal, but they should be parallel to each other. So they should be following the same line. This is our starting position. So like I said, if you've got a bent arm, you should have a bent leg. If you've got a straight arm, you should have a straight leg. If you have that in your time you start, you shouldn't mess up from your starting position, because it can be quite easy to go like this and then be like, how do I get over from here? Okay, so bent arm, bent leg, straight arm, straight leg. First move is nice and simple. I want you to imagine you're doing a floor press, or you're doing, in some sort of alternate universe, the floor's here, okay, and you're doing a press up and you're pushing your arms straight. It's the first thing you need to do. Then I want you to think back to that bit of core work we did in the warm-up block. I want you to crunch your ribs down, and I want you to push your hand up. As you do that, on your left arm, what we're going to do is push up. That was really ungraceful because I broke it down. I'm going to show you that again in a minute. I can do better than that, I promise. You're going to push up onto your elbow. Okay? You can't see it, but I'm resting on my elbow at the minute. I'll show you from the other side in a second. Okay? Then from here, you're going to push onto your hand so your left arm is straight. Okay? Then from this position, making sure your right arm stays vertical, you're going to bridge your hip high. Okay? So when your hips all the way through, your left leg stays nice and straight. And from here, we control down. Hip comes back into contact with the floor. We then go from your straight arm onto your forearm, then onto your back, and then back in. Okay? So staying with my right arm, showing you from the left-hand side. I hope I haven't lost anyone, okay? Because this, like I said, this is quite technical, but it's going to be kick-ass, so it's going to be fun, I promise you. So, left arm and left leg flat and out to a slight diagonal. Right arm and right knee bent. Okay? First step, push up. Second step, up and through onto the elbow. But as I did that, I pulled my ribs down, I contracted through my core, and I pushed my arm up more to get into this position. So you can see here, kind of anyway, because the framing's not bang on, the shuffle. Here we go. This is the next step. The first step is push the arm straight from the floor like you do in a floor press or a press up, then onto your elbow. Then from here, onto your hands with your shoulder pulled down. Left leg stays straight. I then want you to bridge your hips up high. The leg stays straight. Arms nice and vertical. You should almost have this, be able to draw a straight line from hand to hand in this position. Then you come back onto your hip, back onto your elbow, back onto your back, and back down. Okay, I'm going to show that one more time in real time. So step one, arm out. Step two, contract the core, push up onto the elbow. Step three, hand down. Step four, hip up. Hold that briefly, then back down, onto your forearm, onto your back, onto the floor. Okay? And that's it. That's as far as you're going to go with it. I've still got 10 of you here, so not many of you, nobody's really looked at that and been like, he's lost his mind. I'm out of here. So that's a good sign. All right? So that's as far as you're going to go with your Turkish get-up. And then simply, you're going to mirror it to do it on your other side. I'll show you on my left-hand side after I've had a swig of water. So, all you need to do is, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 times through on your right-hand side. Stay on your right-hand side, do that sequence twice through. Then we're going to go on to the left. Because we're starting with the left-hand side, principles are left arm and left knee bent. Elbow and foot in contact with the floor. Right hand side, arm straight, leg straight. Step 1, push out. Step 2, core tight, up onto your elbow. For me, that's the most challenging part. We'll see how we get on with it for you guys as well. Then from here again, pushing up onto the hand. Shoulder, I want you to pull into your back pocket, then bridge the hip high. Hold briefly, control down, forearm, back, down. Okay, so to show you that from the other side, and then we'll get cracking on. Left arm, left leg bent. Slight parallel out to the side. Step 1, push up, core tight. Step 2, up onto the elbow. Step 3, onto the hand. Step 4, bridge through. Then control down, onto your elbow, onto your back, and back down. Okay? And that is our half get up. What we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys a chance just to practice that through by itself without worrying about anything else. So you can just get a feel for it. And then what we're going to do from there is we're going to look at bringing in a few more exercises. So what I want you to do, 2 times on your right and 2 times on your left. Have a quick 10 to 15 second break, quick swig of water, and then go into it again. As soon as you have, either drop me a comment on the Facebook post or drop me a comment on the live chat if you can, just so I know that you're done and you're all good with it, and then we'll go into the next bit, okay? So if I get you guys started with that, I've made a rookie error and I need to run to the toilet really quickly. But if I can trust you guys to make a start with that, I'll be back in 2 seconds and join you, all right? So bent arm, bent knee, straight arm, straight leg. Step 1, push out. Step 2, up onto your forearm, onto the elbow. Step 3, onto the hand. Step 4, bridge the hips up, then come back down. Stay on the same side and repeat. Then switch, do 2 on the opposite side. Have a break, go again. Okay? Guys, I will be just a moment. Let me know how you get on. I'm back. Wasn't too bad, was it? Right. I expect you guys probably either come towards the end of your first round or midway through it. Okay. But I'm going to jump in now, just so I can talk you through it again as we go through. So I'm going to start on my right. All starting positions in place. Pushing the arm out first. Draw the ribs down, core on, up onto your elbow, up onto your hand. Toes pointing up still, legs straight on that left-hand side. Bridge through, control down, onto your forearm, onto your back, elbow down, and repeat. Once you've hit 2 on one side, onto the other. Look at keeping the arm nice and vertical the whole way through on that side that you've got straight, so on your working side, if that makes sense. Excellent. If you've just done your first round, you're having a quick swig of water, and that was, John, I'm glad it was all good. What I want you to do is bring your shoe into the game, okay? We're going to use this as our bit of stimulus and bit of feedback, because the end game here is that we're going to add a load to this whole movement as well. And using our shoe, or something to that effect, as a bit of feedback will show us how much stability we're able to keep through our body as we go through. If you're finding your arms kind of wobbling around quite a lot on that straight arm side, there's Don't worry too much about the shoe to begin with, but either way, it can be a great bit of feedback just to show you how much your arm is moving, okay? Because if this is a 8 to 10, whatever weight kilo kettlebell, for example, and your arm's going all over the shop, it's going to pull your shoulder around, it's going to pull your body around, and you're going to find it a lot more challenging. If we can keep everything nice and stable using a shoe or something to that effect, we're going to be onto a big winner. So if necessary, give this a quick try with your shoe now. Same principles, 2 per side. Let's get it. You want to keep this nice and stable and steady the whole way through. I'm by no means a pro with this at all. You've probably seen that as I've gone through. So just hold it in your hand like so, fingertips on it, core tight, push out first. Crunch your ribs down, push the arm up, arm stays vertical. From here onto your hand, shoulder pulled back and down, bridge the hip high. Control down, onto your forearm, onto your elbow, and back down. Same again. Focus on your shoe the whole way through. Switch over sides once you've hit your 2. I'm rhyming as well, didn't mean to. Press out, core tight, up through. That was more of a challenge, wasn't it? Foot came up and everything. If you're finding your foot comes up, at the minute, don't worry about it too much. Just start to make a conscious effort in keeping that heel pinned down. This is acting as a counter mechanism at the minute. Think about getting your core a bit more tight and pushing your heel down towards the floor. Awesome. Once you've hit your 2 per side, with your shoe or without your shoe, whatever's been good for you. I keep rhyming. Woo! Let me know. Think you've got it, Hannah. That's great to hear. I'm going to give that a big old love heart. John's bringing the sloth in as well. Once you've done 2 rounds through either way, take a swig of water. I'll talk you what we're going to add through. But I hope you're getting on okay with that. The Turkish would be proud. So, Susanna. Glad to hear it. No, didn't mean a laughing face. I promise. It was meant to be love heart. But what we're going to do is we are now going to drop it back to 1 per side. After you've done 1 per side, in your own time, we're then going to go into, first of all, a kneeling glute drive. I'm setting up, I know, don't get worried, I'm setting up quite similarly to what we did with our bodyweight leg extensions. It's a similar starting position, but we're not doing that, I promise you. What I want you to do this time is sit your hips back. Okay, torso stays tall. Now I want you to push your hips forward, squeeze your glutes, and get your hamstrings on as well. You may get a bit of a stretch through the hip flexors and through the quads with this one. Sit the hips back, push up through, and squeeze through the hamstrings and glutes. Like I say, you will get an active stretch through here as well. We're going to get 6 of those, and then we're going to come forward into a nice wide stance, straight arm position. Core and glutes on, peel the hand from the floor, and towards your hip, and switch. We're going to do 6 of those per side. So essentially a bodyweight renegade row. Okay? 6 of those per side. We're not going to do it to a time cap. As soon as you've done that, have a quick swig of water, 3 deep breaths in, then go again. Okay? So we're not worrying so much because this is more skill. Jackie, what you got? You got a turkey and a shoe. Sounds good to me. So after you've done it through 1 round, like I say, quick swig of water, 3 deep breaths, go again. Okay? And I want you to do 3 rounds with this. Okay? Like I said, this is going to test us more skill and technically with the Turkish get-up. Your thrashing comes in a minute, I promise. All right? So, everyone happy with that? Yeah? I'm going to assume yeah. 10 of you are still here. So that's perfect. Have a quick swiggy of water, and we'll get going. So to summarize, we're going to do one of the sort of like half Turkish get up per side. If you used your shoe last time, use it again this time. If you didn't, as you go through the rounds, look to bring it in if you feel necessary, okay? After you've done that, we go straight into 6 kneeling glute drives. So hips sink back, flex through the knees, hips sink back towards your heels, and push the hips forward, tuck your tailbone underneath, hamstrings and glutes on, and control. Okay? 6 of those. I need to put this one down now. Then renegade rows, core and glutes on, peel the hand off the floor, in towards the hip. 6 per hand, so 12 in total. Quick swig of water again, 3 deep breaths, go again. 3 rounds in totals. In your own time, where are we at now? I reckon having this all done by 1:15 at the absolute latest, so you've got 8 minutes, having all of this done in 8 minutes, at the absolute most, should be a breeze. Okay? If you haven't done it in 8 minutes, I don't know what I'll do. I can't tell, because I can't see you guys. Let's have a look again at all done in 8 minutes. That's plenty of time. Okay? So, let's go for 15 seconds, and then we're going to get started. Get into your starting position for your get up. Don't mind which side you start on. So you're doing 1 per side, 6 kneeling glute drive, 6 renegade rows per side in bodyweight format. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So starting with your get up again. Take your time with it. Keep the skill element there. The hand vertical on the side you're loading through. Keep the control on the way down. Don't just thud back down. Do the reverse of what you've just done. So 1 per side. Kneeling glute drive, 6 reps. Ribs down. Flex back through the knees and the hips. Push forward and squeeze. Another great opportunity for someone to come in and have no clue what I'm up to and it look really weird. Renegade rows again, feet wide, core and glutes on, peel the hands from the floor, bring it in towards the hip, then switch. Good. Quick swig of water, quick breath, and we go again. One round done already. 8 minutes was generous, I think. Same again when you're ticked off your drink and 3 deep breaths. Remember, pull the ribs down, push the hand up, onto your elbow, onto your hand, hips through. Then switch. Same again, push through first, core tight, up onto your elbow, up onto your forearm, and then through. Once you've hit 1 controlled rep, 1 beautiful rep per side, 6 kneeling glute bridge, not glute bridge, glute drive, sorry. I guess kneeling glute bridge does make sense. 2 more. Tuck your tailbone underneath, get your glutes on. Renegades. Feet wide, core and glutes stable. Keep the trunk and the torso nice and steady here. Feel the hand from the floor. Hands to the hips, 6 per side. Good. Again, swig of water. 3 deep breaths. You've got 1 more round coming in. The royal blood on a Thursday afternoon. Shoe back. If you have got to this last round and you haven't used your shoe yet, let's do it. Get your shoe involved. Core tight. Press out. Pull through. Onto your hand. Bridge high. Down through, onto your forearm, back onto your back down. Through. Nice. Again, 6 bridge, 6 renegade rows. It's not a bridge, Aaron. 6 glute drive. My left knee, it's not hurting by any means. It's making loads of fuss. All kinds of noise with this. Bodyweight renegades, let's do it. So, last round. Boom. Once you've got that one ticked off, water. Take as many breaths as you like. John, I was waiting for that. I haven't heard about your knee in a little while. How is your knee? I hope it's good, mate. That is us done with our more skill-based block today. So starting with something a little bit different. I don't want to, for the duration of this, just be thrashing you guys with high-intensity stuff. It's just going to burn you all out and make you resent me. I want you to kind of upgrade and learn some new things as well as we go through. I'm not here just to break you and thrash you, but we're going to make it our objective over the next kind of week or so to get into nailing some Turkish gaps. We may even play around with it when we've got real good at them, using like a cup of water as your load to up the ante. If you mess it up, you're just going to get covered in water, which will be good fun. Might take that out into the garden though, or just play high stakes and do it on a floor you don't want to get wet. We'll see. So that is our skill block done. Drop me a quick comment, John, Jackie. I've already seen you guys have commented along. Oh, John, sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully, we're going to come out the other side of it with a much, much, much stronger knee. I mean, the bodyweight leg extensions are absolutely minging, aren't they? Let's be honest. Those were disgusting yesterday. But quick comment on my Facebook post, please, before we go on to the second and final block of the day, which is going to get you blowing a little bit more with a few funky different things for us to play around with as well. Comments on the post, please, everyone. Let me know how you are. Would you consider yourself to be a pretty adequate half Turkish get-upper now? I bet you weren't expecting to be one of those and when you entered today's stream, were you? Always throwing curveballs. Comment. Let me know how you're doing, and then we'll go on to the next bit. So nice full body finisher for today. We're just going to work the time blocks like we've done over the last couple of sessions. So we're going to have a few blocks of 30 seconds and a few blocks of 40 seconds. We have 4 windows, not 4 windows. Let's try again. We have 4 exercises within 30 seconds to do. Okay. We're going to start with a bit of core work, a bit of upper body work, and then into some lower body work, which is going to be a bit sucky. Guys, nobody's commented on my post. Come on. I'm asking you to do one thing. It's one thing I want from here. John and Jackie, I know you're good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Come on, guys. Guys? Come on, guys. Quick comments on posts. John, you've doubled up. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. And it's the sloth as well. You know the way to my heart. I'm going to give you guys another minute and we're going to move on. All you need is you need your knee-high piece of equipment. Can't find a turkey. Susanna, I'm sorry to hear that. Awesome. Susanna, thank you for coming along. Hope the rest of your working day goes well. And see you again tomorrow, I hope. Thank you for being here. Right. let's crack on, shall we? So we're starting off with some floor work, and then we're bringing our chair, sofa, table, whatever it is, into the mix. What we're doing to begin with is we're starting off with a straight arm plank. Done these a few times now, guys. I'm not going to teach you to suck eggs. Hands directly under your shoulders, fingers spread so you've got a stable planted base with the floor. Hands directly underneath your shoulder joint, feet mirroring the same width, then core and glutes on. So tuck your tailbone under, draw your belly button in towards your spine, and keep that position locked in. We're looking for a straight line from your glutes to your shoulders, to your knees, and to your heels. 30 seconds there. Then from that position, we're going to go some prone movements. We're going to do an I, a T, and a W. That is, we're going to lay face in. We lift your arms up overhead. We're just going to lift them lightly from the floor. And then we need to come round. Are you doing like a nice big snow angel? And then we're going to go into a T. You lift your arms up by retracting and drawing your shoulder blades together like we were doing with the stick when we had it at chest height. Then from here, I want you to pull into a W position. I admit, I think the framing's quite bad with this at the minute, so you can't see what I'm doing. So I want you to pull your hands in towards your shoulders, then push back out into an I position. So the movement we're doing is, just show you from this way. Imagine I'm laid facing to the floor, arms fully extend up overhead. Keeping the arms long, I want you to bring them down to chest height. And then from this position, from here, I want you to lead and lift the hands from the floor by retracting your shoulders. Then from there, pull the hands in towards your shoulders. So you're creating like a W shape, okay? And then we're pushing back out onto our I. Let me show you that from this angle, potentially maybe a better one. So arms up, shoulder width overhead, lift, pull round to a T shape, then retract, so pull your shoulders into the center line, then into a W, and then push back out. It's going to be deceptively challenging on your upper back and your shoulders, I promise you. If you're finding it really quite intense and it's giving your shoulder a bit of grief, just have the arms floating above the floor and sort of drift them across. Okay? Just work to your own intensity. Then, in comes our knee height surface. What we're going to do is set our feet to a hip width to begin with, then take 1 foot back and elevate it. We're going to start off with a hip hinge movement. So ribs drawn down, knee soft, and then hip hinge back. So you're getting a nice big stretch through the hamstring, and then back up from there. So next to no knee bend on this working leg. Hinge over, push through. Hinge over, through. We're then going to switch over. Actually, we're going to stay on the same leg, and then we're going to go into a Bulgarian split squat. And I want you to bend the knee, drop down through, and push back up. If this is on the edge of a rough surface, get yourself a cushion. Okay? The knee stays over the toe on that front side, foot stays pinned to the floor, back up. So hip hinge, we'll do 15 seconds of that, then 15 seconds of split squats on the same side, then we switch over sides. Same principle again, but just so you can see it from the opposite side. This is going to be delightful on the lower body. Ribs down, core tight, knee soft, and hinge. Okay, so think hips just travel back, away from you, keeping the core tight, and then push through. So you should get a nice big stretch of your hamstring, and drive up. Okay, then from there, take your foot a little bit further away if you need room. Find your balance, control down through, and push back up. 15 seconds on each. Okay? We'll then match the time. Okay? We'll then match the time. I've had someone disappear. Goodbye, whoever it was. Match the time with that you're working with rest period. So we're doing 30-second blocks first. So we'll do 30 seconds on everything, and then you have 30 seconds rest. Then we go again. We do 2 of that, and then 2 with 40 seconds. Okay, this has gone on a long time today, guys, isn't it? And I was online a little bit earlier. Anyway, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. Everyone happy with all of that? Just a quick little run through again. So, straight on plank, 30 seconds. Pretty self-explanatory. From here into your I, ready chair, T, W, I. T is lift. We'll now lift off through the shoulders into a W position and extend. Okay, 30 seconds of that. Then onto whatever you've got. 1 foot up, starting off with a hip hinge, ribs down, hinge over the top. Nice big stretch of the hamstring. Back up. Okay, 15 seconds with that. Then straight into 15 seconds split squat. Okay, so just want a quick note, like acknowledgement that you're all good, emoji, whatever you want to do. Drop it in, and we'll get cracking in just a second. Hannah, I'm guessing you've gone as well. You're very welcome. All right. Numbers are dropping down a little bit. I know we've gone on a while today. We're going to do 2 rounds at 30 seconds, then 2 rounds at 40 seconds. John's all good. Excellent. Going to give it a minute and then we're cracking, okay? Have a bit of water just while we're waiting for everyone to get together. Let me get my stopwatch at the ready. All right, let's make a start, shall we? I'm guessing we're all good to go. Like I said, today's gone on a little bit. So let's cap it all off. 2 rounds of 30 seconds on each, 2 rounds of 40 seconds on each. All right? Get ready for your planks, please. Let's count us down from 5. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go into our straight on plank. Core and glutes on, hands on the shoulders, fingers spread, feet matching the same width, and hold. Deep breaths, in the nose, out the mouth. Bring belly button towards your spine, tuck your tailbone underneath for glutes on. 10 more seconds, then the ITWs. 3, 2, 1, lay face in, arms up overhead, lift from the floor, round, retract, draw them together, pull into a W shape, push out. Ten more seconds, come round, retract the shoulders, pull the hands in, push out. 3, 2, 1, onto your chairs. 1 foot, back foot elevated, hip hinge first, ribs down, 15 seconds, with essentially a remaining deadlift in a split stance. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Straight into split squat. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And switch. Into position. Hip hinge first. Hip over the top. And back down. 3, 2, 1. Into split squat. 3, 2, 2, 1. 30 seconds off. Water in, catch your breaths. Staying at 30 seconds for the next round on everything. Still got 7 of you here. We've gone on over an hour now, so I'm pretty happy with that. Ten seconds till the next round. Straight on plank coming in first again. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Halfway through. 10 more seconds, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Lay down. Arms up overhead. Eye first. So left hands off. Pull around into your T. Bring your shoulders together. Pull into the W shape. Push out. Halfway. 3, 2, 1. Split stance on your chair. Find your position. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hinge the hip back. Keep everything set. All the movement away from the hips. I think hip comes back from the center line. Then drive up. 5 seconds till we go into the split squat. 3, 2, 1. Split squat. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Go into position. 3, 2, 1. Knee soft. Hip travels back. Three, 2, 1. Into the split squat. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. 30 seconds off again. Now we're on to our 40 seconds round next. Back up to 8. Hello, whoever you are. Hope we're all doing well. Okay, 2 more rounds of work to do. 15 seconds until the penultimate round comes in. 40 seconds on everything now. Starting positions, please. In 3, 2, 1. Stiff arm plank. Core glutes on, shoulders pulled down. 40 seconds here. Keep that up. 15 seconds to go. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Lay down. Arms up overhead. Lift off. Draw around. Retract. Pull in. Push away. One stopwatch. Keep it going. I've just knocked my stopwatch over. Got 15 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Got 20 seconds now with each on your chair, sofa, table, whatever it is. Let's get it. Ten seconds gone. 3, 2, 1. Split squats, please. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Absolute tune to go into. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Into your split squat. Let's do it. And 3, 2, 1. Ease off. 40 seconds off. One more round coming in. Nearly there. We're back up to 8. Hello, whoever that was jumping back in. Good to have you back. One more round of work coming in. Hope we're all doing well. Hope those chair moves on to challenging on the balance. We're nearly there. Got about 25 seconds rest left. We've got one more round through. And then we are done for today. Can't believe we've been going over an hour, guys. Woo! There wasn't even that much waffle from me today, which is a nice change. Do like waffles though. 10 more seconds. Final round of the day. Final bit of work. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Straight arm plank, 40 seconds. We are halfway. 20 to go. Final 10 seconds coming in. 3, 2, 1. Ease down. ITWs. I. Retract into your T. Hands come in into your W. Press out. 10 seconds gone. Nearly there. It's our final round of work for the day. $20 left. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Onto your chair. Final bit of work for the day, guys. Let's finish it strong. Into position. Ribs down, knee soft. Hinge. Ten more seconds. Then we're into our Bulgarian split squats. You've been doing the whole way through. 3, 2, 1. Split squat. Ten seconds. Nearly there. Final time you're doing it on this leg. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Switch over. Last time. Last 40 seconds of work. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Split squat it. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and done. Whew. Another challenging one. Challenging in a different way, I'm sure you'll agree today. Did another rhyme. I'm full of unintentional rhymes today. Alrighty. Get in some water. We'll finish off just doing a bit of breathing again. 8 of you still here, guys. It's kick ass. We've gone on for 1 hour and 10, and you're still here. Thank you. Thank you muchly. Hope you're all doing all right. Drop me a comment on my post when you're ready. Oh, you are still here. Sorry, Hannah. I thought you'd gone. I'm trying to get rid of you. I'm glad you're still there. So, let's have a little lay down again, shall we? Let's catch our breath like we did yesterday. Oh. One hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach near your belly button. Let's get 5 deep breaths in, please. Relax, shut your eyes, whatever you want to do. And enjoy a bit of 21 Pilots. Oh dear. So we did yesterday. Start today, keep breathing as you pass that 5. In through your nose, out through your mouth, keep that going. As we did yesterday, I just want you to focus on what's moving. Is it your hand on your chest? Is it your hand on your stomach? If they're both moving, that's great. If either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter too much, but I want you to start to draw more attention to breathing towards your hand on your belly button, your belly. In the nose. And let's start to think 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. As you exhale, almost imagine you're doing a sigh, so really pushing the air out actively. Another 5 breaths like that, starting to pay more attention to just breathing a little bit more down towards your belly button. As you're just finishing that up, guys, have a nice little relax on the floor. Just let everything mellow out. And we are pretty much done for the day. So, thank you. Appreciate some of you on your lunch breaks. We've gone on for a long time today. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. You're all excellent people, and it means a lot to me that you're here. And I will see you all very soon, I'm sure. Final one of the week tomorrow. Lots of love. Stay safe. See you soon. Let me know how you get on. If you've got time, quick comment on the post would be fantastic. Bye, 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 bye. Oh my God, I'm still going.